Are you ready for a locksmith shop tour? I got a good one for you. So when I found myself in Bozeman, Montana, I knew there was one place I needed to stop. The Yellowstone Ranch. Okay, maybe not, but something better. Dave's Lock and Key, our friend Adrian Holly. Hey everybody, so I am here in Bozeman, Montana at the oldest lock shop around, Dave's Lock and Key, with the one and only Adrian Holly. Adrian, thank you for allowing me inside your lock shop.
Heck yeah, thanks for being here, PJ. It's an honor.
So I'm really excited for Adrian to kind of walk us through the shop. Now, how long has this lock shop been in existence for?
Next year will be 70 years in the same spot.
Wow.
Yeah.
In this spot right here.
In this exact spot. Yeah. Dave started Dave's right here in 1956.
That's awesome. And how long have you owned it?
I've owned it since September of 2023. So just over 2 years now. Just a
cool.
Week over, yeah.
Well, congrats.
2 years. Thank you.
It's very awesome.
Very exciting.
So when it comes to the type of work you do in here, is there any that you don't? Like, I mean, do you do automotive out of here, safes, rekeys, cut keys?
There's very little that we don't do, honestly. There isn't much that, when people come in with something, if it's something we haven't seen before, the first answer that we give is, let us figure it out. Let's see what we can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess, I'll just let you start where you want to start and just kind of walk us through.
Sure. So this is this is the main counter. So we have our front door, which faces the 7th Street, real busy street out to the interstate, and our back door to the parking lot back here. So customers come in either of those doors, come to this counter and present us with their problems, and we offer solutions. So over on this side of the shop is our retail area. We have a couple safes. These two safes actually aren't for sale. These are customers that we're working on. Real traditional, some of displays of some MTech hardware that we have that we sell for folks. Your usual, the stuff you're gonna see in most lock shops, I think, lots of padlocks, miscellaneous odds and ends for fixing broken pieces of equipment or trying to beef up your security with these door latch protectors. This is one of the things that we do quite a bit of. People bring us in these old steamer trunks, don't have a key for it. We generate keys. Some of the new, Lockly stuff that we're doing, Simplex, a lot of just show and tell for folks. People come in asking questions, not sure what they want. Great way for us to say, well, what do you think about this? So PJ, on this side of the shop, this is the behind that counter, right? This is what I like to call the fishbowl. This is where everything happens, right? So on our wall of keys, on the left-hand side here, we have our automotive selection up to about here. Some transponder keys, but primarily just hard automotive keys. And then working our way down the wall here, they are residential commercial keys here in the middle. And then all the way down on the end, down here in this bank, our motorcycle, ATV, some of our yard tractors, pieces of equipment, keys. This is one of our penning stations. Does not get used as much because it's tucked into this corner here with the duplicating machines. Got our Bravo 3 in the right hand here, and then on this wall are our most common keys. So the keys that we duplicate the most, and then over here are the cabinet keys and camper keys. Got our tryout rings of Thule and Yakima. So we do a lot of that work in here. And this is the uh-oh jar. This is when we miscut keys, we throw them in here. I can take them out of inventory that way, keeps a good count, and then it gives us something to give each other a hard time about. right? This thing was empty yesterday. What happened? No, this is weeks worth. So not a bad deal. Silka Twister 2 here for duplicating high security automotive keys. We don't use this as much as we used to because behind you here is the Triton, definitely the workhorse here in the shop. There's a line most days for this machine, people waiting to get it used. Tiger Shark 2, primarily used for edge cut keys. Takes up a lot of space, but does the job. And then of course the trusty Blitz. Doesn't get used as much anymore, but when people bring in odd stuff, the Triton and the Tiger Shark aren't always our best option, so it's great to be able to do things by hand, do it manually right here, do a lot of sight, making keys by sight with this machine. So PJ, here, this is our main workstation, workbench, penning station. Got a couple projects here, making keys for a little stack-on box. Need to open this gun safe. Got some pre-cuts here. Again, main penning station. Shout out to Chris at Lockjaw. Great penning mat here. This is where most of the work happens in the shop. So again, this space gets pretty busy. There's often, as you can see, a stack of things there. The same thing. This is our what we call the pending shelf. This is our shelf for people bring in projects that they leave with us. These are free for any of the guys to pick up and work on. Down underneath here, got our handy dandy vise. A couple programmers on this side, and then our recycle buckets. We recycle as much of the breakage as we can. The only thing that the recycling place here asks of us is we separate the keys. We don't get anything for separating other brass, even the shavings. I know you've done a thing on that. They're not big on the shavings. So the only thing we separate out is the keys only. Everything else just goes in as brass breakage, and those fill up pretty quick. And then behind you here, the brains of the operations. This is where the phone calls come in and the work gets dispatched. The one on the right is where the guys set to do a lot of their research for automotive parts and pieces, tracking down what they need to do that, how long it's going to take, pricing stuff out for the customers. And then on the left-hand side here is the main dispatch area. Ultimately, we're going to be moving these two areas next door. We were able to expand next door, and we'll move these two stations out of here so that taking phone calls and whatnot is done in a little bit more of a quiet space. You can imagine when things are going in here, it's pretty hard to hear yourself, let alone the customer on the phone.
Now, how cool was that shop tour? I love seeing the history, the setups. It was actually a ton of fun hanging out and getting to meet everybody. Adrian and team, thank you so much for letting me swing by and hang out for a bit and doing a shop tour. And for all of you watching, I would love to know what you think in the comments below. What do you think about it being such a established shop? The layout, the setup, the whole thing's really awesome. It's one of the busier roads I've ever seen a lock shop on myself, which is really awesome. But anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Congrats, you've made it to the end. Now, I wanna make sure that when you are commenting on our videos that you include the hashtag Lockboss. When you do, you automatically get entered in to win one of 5 free prizes we give away every Tuesday live here on YouTube. So I look forward to reading your comment and responding soon. Until next time.